What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Convo, where we do just that. We have a conversation about cryptocurrency, blockchain, distributed ledger technology. Again, my name is Liam, and today is the fourth episode of the Crypto Convo. So let's get right into it. Market over the last day, it's kind of stabling out here. It's up about 0.38% over the last day, but it does seem that there are a fair amount of coins that are starting to move up, which is exciting and signaling that we may be coming into the next wave, the next part of the bull market, but we'll see as time plays out. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own due diligence, DYOR, do your own research, but I'm just here to share with you some news that is overall bullish. In the future, I do want to start doing more in-depth videos and helping you understand more in depth what different coins are, how they work, how they function from a non-technical standpoint. As I'm not a technological or a tech savvy person, I don't code, I don't develop, I don't do anything along those lines, but I understand the use cases and the practical implication, the practical use cases, or I do my best to understand the best practical use cases of a lot of these current tokens. And that's what a lot of people don't actually realize, is that these are not just tokens meant for exchanging money, but there are actually entire ecosystems behind pretty much every token that you see in the top 100, with maybe Bitcoin being an exception. But anyways, let's get into the news today. Pretty exciting stuff. Starting out with the SEC nominee, Gary Gensler, coming out and saying that crypto is a catalyst for change. So the reason that this is exciting is because this is possibly somebody in a high government agency dealing with money, the SEC in particular, embracing cryptocurrency, which is obviously bullish for the whole industry, I would say in the long term, or at least while he's in office as the SEC chair, if he does get put in place, which I don't see any reason why it wouldn't happen. Anyways, let's watch this quick 40-second video from him, see what he has to say. And of course, it wants to load slow as we're doing this video. Okay, maybe not. Let's try refreshing.
And so I think if confirmed at the SEC, I'd work with fellow commissioners to both promote the new innovation, but also at the core, ensure for investor protection. If something were a security, for instance, it comes under the securities laws, it comes under the SEC. If there's exchanges that trade those, to ensure that there's the appropriate investor protection on those exchanges. So promote technology, but still stay true to our core values of investor protection and capital formation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My time has expired.
So nothing too crazy. I mean, it is exciting that he's supporting it, because if you weren't aware, he actually is a professor at MIT, where he actually teaches a course on blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. So this is a really awesome sign for the whole crypto industry, blockchain technology as a whole. On the next report, I wanted to bring a report that actually came out last month in January. Let me turn off my highlighter here. But this came out January 4th, so actually almost 2 months ago. But this just goes to show how much infiltration blockchain and cryptocurrency is starting to get within our government. Which I would say it's a good thing to a degree. In this instance, it's definitely going to speed some things up. So as we can see, U.S. federal regulators say banks can conduct payments using stable coins. If you're not aware of what a stable coin is, it's basically a token, a coin that is equivalent to or pegged to the dollar, so it remains around $1 in value, almost like a digital dollar. That's what a stable coin is. And so basically the OCC, the Comptroller of Currency, in January came out and said they put out a letter, and the letter said that these financial institutions can participate as nodes on a blockchain and store or validate payments. Translation, the letter states that blockchains have the same status as other global financial networks such as SWIFT, ACH Wire, and FedWire. ACH and FedWire. And this is super exciting because, just this weekend, I was waiting for a nice sum of money to hit my bank account, and it didn't hit it until Monday, yesterday. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to buy the low of the dip that we just saw over the weekend on Saturday, where a lot of coins ended up hitting some pretty low prices compared to where they've been for the whole year. And I ended up missing out on those great buying opportunities for myself because I had to wait until the bank opened on Monday for the funds to actually settle in my account. So hopefully someday in the future, hopefully it's sooner rather than later, whenever you transfer funds to your bank account, you won't have to wait. Transfer it on a Friday after 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, depending where you're at, or anytime you transfer funds to your bank account after the banks close. If they start using these stable coins, hopefully those funds can just instantly be settled into your bank account, or within the same day, within a few hours, within a few minutes, which would just make everything so much easier. We wouldn't have to wait for the banks to open on Mondays to have the funds clear. We would save money on paying for ACH. ACH is wires, just reducing costs and just making things quicker and more efficient. It's really where we need to be headed. And some other institutional news. Chainlink may gain prominence over Bitcoin. Citi report, one of the top 4 largest banks here in America. So look, while obviously the crypto movement, the blockchain movement, I would say is not, it's not, how do I say it? We don't want to be coddled by these institutions or governments, right? Because cryptocurrency was really meant to pull away from governments and big institutions, create decentralized projects, decentralized organizations, or DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. We do have these institutions and government coming out and supporting it, which is good for overall adoption. So it'll definitely help us adopt it even quicker with this support. So I'm not against the wind in our sails. But this week, Citigroup released a report explaining that Bitcoin was at a tipping point and could be, in the next several years, become the currency of choice for international trade. Now, you got to ask yourself why. Well, because Bitcoin is a nation-neutral payment system or exchange system, right? So, countries like Iran wouldn't have to worry about sanctions from the United States. United States wouldn't have to worry about anything, or China wouldn't have to worry about tariffs from the United States, or the United States, they would be losing a lot of control there, but nobody would be in control. No particular country would be in control if the global trade moved on to Bitcoin. Because guess what? There's no country that can just print the Bitcoin. So it just takes power out of the United States' hands, and it doesn't allow anybody to really gain full control in the way that a central bank, for example, the Federal Reserve, has full control of the dollar and how much they can print. But what's even more exciting than that is what they've came out with saying in regards to Chainlink. Now, full disclosure, I am a big Chainlink bull. I've been buying Chainlink since, maybe about 6 to 9 months ago. So I think my first Chainlink was under $5, maybe just over $5, and I've been accumulating since then. In fact, I just added some more myself yesterday, and this is definitely some great news to see and makes me really want to buy some more actually. But Chainlink, so this is what Citigroup had to say. Chainlink may gain prominence over Bitcoin. It says, in the financial sections of the report, the team at Citi explored the role that played by Chainlink in the smart contract arena of blockchain technology, first pointing out that Chainlink was recognized by the World Economic Forum in its 100 most promising technology pioneers. Now, if you don't know about the World Economic Forum, that goes on annually where essentially I would say the biggest money bags get together and they talk about, I think this is also from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and this is held every year in Davos, Switzerland, and really where all the elite, you could call them, get together. And it's interesting that they're recognizing Chainlink. And in case you don't know what Chainlink does, what they do, and this is the type of videos that I really want to start making in the future, where I can give you a visual breakdown instead of just a vocal breakdown. But Chainlink, what it does is it actually puts data from the outside world onto the blockchain. So for example, one of the easiest examples we can do here is like, what is the score of the Super Bowl? So we use a sports bet in this scenario. So let's say there's a smart contract. It says, one person says Chiefs are going to win, other person says Bucks are going to win, right? Just the most recent Super Bowl. So Chainlink can actually integrate into that smart contract, and it will take that external data, right? So the score of the Super Bowl, and it'll actually report that in the contract so that it will be able to trigger, right? So obviously the person who took the Bucks, they won. So the Chainlink would be able to provide that data to the smart contract to trigger it and activate it to pay out the winnings to the person who bet on the Bucks, the Buccaneers, right? So that's one of the most simple explanations that I can provide. So let's keep reading here. Furthermore, Chainlink has gone on to expand beyond the original Ethereum network by gaining adoption on other blockchains such as Tezos and Polkadot. As a result, the use of Chainlink technology could ultimately lead to Link token gaining prominence over Bitcoin, as explained. Fair warning here. I don't know. I'm a big Link Marine and I'm a big Link Bull. I don't know how much value I would put in saying Link gaining prominence over Bitcoin. It's possible, but I don't know how soon. I'd probably say that's 5, 10, 15 years out. But that's, again, just my personal opinion. But let's keep reading. It says, developers that utilize the Chainlink network pay with the protocol's native token Link, thus a token that helps to facilitate the growth of the on-chain ecosystem, may also gain prominence over Bitcoin in time as it becomes increasingly critical to the operation of the blockchain infrastructure. It is thus already possible to envision a commerce-linked or infrastructure-linked coin that may eventually eclipse Bitcoin. More such possibilities may emerge. Innovation in the chain-based ecosystem is continuing apace, and today's offerings may yet give way to a new invention that garners more attention and assets than Bitcoin. So I like how they said that. Guys, we are so early into this space, into this really penetrating our everyday lives. You're going to see over the next 5, 10, 15 years, businesses are going to be adopting this. It's just going to make our lives so much quicker and efficient in a lot of things, and just create a trustless, permissionless society where things are just better. This is like the internet, back in the 80s. We're like in the 90s of the freaking of Chainlink, or rather blockchain technology. And so it's, as somebody, if you're my age, if you're a millennial, if you're a Zoomer, maybe even of a Gen X, you know the internet. especially me. I grew up with the internet, so it's a lot easier for me to make the transition from internet to blockchain compared to people in the 80s or 70s making the transition from no internet to internet, right? So it should be a pretty smooth transition. You just have to understand and do your due diligence and really soak this stuff in. That's what it ultimately comes down to, because you're seeing this revolution. I mean, it is revolutionary, right? It may not be a revolution with guns, that type of revolution, but things are going to be revolutionized over the next 5, 10, 15 years. And we're seeing it happen before our eyes. And we're still, in my opinion, extremely, extremely early. I mean, it's probably going to take, like I said, at least 5 to 20 years before we really see, and maybe even 30 years before we really start seeing mainstream wide adoption of a lot of this technology. And also what I like to say here is, look, we probably have yet to even tap in to the best creation that blockchain has yet to offer. I mean, there's a lot of great projects, but really, when it comes to this smart contract space and the blockchains where applications can be built on, Ethereum was one of the first, or if not the first, and that was only released in 2014, 2015. So we're only 6 to 7 years, not even, into the blockchain and dApp and DeFi. Well, let me just stick with the smart contract innovation. And really, Bitcoin was just the Pandora's box that opened up this whole technology that the world had never seen before. So definitely do some more due diligence on Chainlink. I want to definitely start doing some more breakdowns and insights of these coins and how they work, and just helping you get a better understanding. My goal is not to FOMO, not to shill coins, not to do price predictions, but to really help you grasp and soak in what and get the understanding, so that you can see the vision of what's being created here. Because the more and more that I learn, the more and more I fall in love, and the more I get excited about the future, and really can't wait for this stuff to truly be adopted. But I don't want it to happen yet, because I need to put a lot more money in and get a lot more bags together. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to hit a like, or absolutely, hit the like button. I'm not going to ask you. If you enjoyed the video, hit the dang like button, so that more people can see this, and this ecosystem can grow, and it can take over the country and the world at the end of the day, and make all of our lives that much more better. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm doing my best to do daily news updates, and like I said, I've been saying throughout this video, I definitely want to start doing more detailed breakdowns to help you understand individual tokens and projects and how the ecosystem work and how everything's work. But thanks so much for tuning in once again. Until next episode, hodl on. See ya.